Fucking Justin's teeth fell out. There's a smile. Bit of a balls up of a morning. We went to our weatherboard job in the last video, and there was a million other trades there, so we weren't going to get anything done. So we've popped back to our cladding job in Aria. It's a little bit warmer, still colder than you're supposed to store milk, but we'll show you how we're getting on here. We've got our final bits of flashings and little bits of things. We'll try to get some close-up shots, how the cuts and bits and pieces work for those. Yeah, hopefully today should be our last day here. See how we go. That one goes with those ones, so I'll keep them together because that's all from the roof. That's from the roof. I think I need to make a template again if I can find my other one, but if it went in the rubbish pile, it's probably been burnt. And then these should all be the same. They'll just be different sized doors around the place.
Yeah, I see these two go the one on the far side, wall on the far side.
Yeah, I'd say so. That one go there.
That.
And then there'll be these.
These are over for those, I think.
Yeah, so you can lay these out where they go. Don't put them next to the door, not in the door, if that makes sense. I don't know that you'll get one on there anyway, to be honest. See how we go. That must be for that. Which means that this one is for this one. I don't know why it's so massive. They might have just sent it a bit bigger. They do that sometimes when they're feeling generous. Well, I guess we make a start on all the ones we can reach, and then hopefully it's defrostitized enough that we can hop on that roof. Oh, also, did I get anything for above that window? Because I'm not seeing anything for above that window.
I think last time you were talking about it and you weren't sure about what you were going to do above that window.
No. Well, I think it makes more sense if the flashing goes all the way across.
Yeah.
Right. So we sort of know what we're doing. Maybe. Maybe. I'm going to take the drill that's got the hook on.
Okay.
What a dick, eh?
I'm trying to change that one, but no, it's looks like it's
the thing's snapped, eh? Have we got another thing for that?
No, I was just going to try to take one for the picture. Just borrow it for that's it.
Rivets, riveters, good to go. On your earmuffs? No.
Yeah, maybe.
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 Don't want to talk to me.
Well, you won't talk to me.
Ouch. I'll chuck these up and then I'll separate and put a podcast on, eh? Bit of ancient Egyptian bloody mysteries for the day. So this one needs to hang past, eh? So we can put a return up. I think was the leading
Theory?
sort of theory. Yeah. Oh, I tell you what we can do with that. We've got a big long, got a big long one. We got a, what do we got?
You're making long jerk steak.
We've got, I think they sent one with the colour on the wrong side. Excuse me. Right at the start. Like it's long as hell, but it's not that one. What is it? This one. I mean, we don't need bloody 15 metres of it, but I think this will work really well up the side where the rafter comes in to keep water out of that junction. We'll take a bit of that because it's not going to get used otherwise. Sorry about the grass, Linda. It'll grow. No, well, like, humour me for a sec. If, well, that one, the L, is going to go along there, hard up to there. Yep. There'll be a rafter that butts into there, and then if we put the same thing on with a tab going that way, all we're going to be able to do is put a bit of silicone in there, which just makes us as useless as the clowns that built that thing, so we won't do that. There will be a barge flashing that tucks under this one as well and goes right into the wall, so I'll be able to seal. But if we do something like that, I reckon, and then our other one butts into it, and then we can miter that off the end, maybe miter that and then have a bit of a drip edge.
Maybe.
Well, then that's going to keep water well out of there, isn't it? We just can't attach this. I'll cut it and leave it here. Yeah. I'll cut it and leave it here, but we won't be able to attach it properly until that other rafter's on. Till that's on, so they can fix into there, eh? And we can start by doing that. I've got my things the wrong way around. If you want to cut the tape on those jobbies, whoops. That's part one. You can glue and rivet that together. Trim that because it's bent and it's going to scratch the thing, so I'll get rid of that gross bit. And our scrap pile. That can stay there. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do, mate? Can we grab the 4x2? Maybe just grab the flashing. Roll it up a bit. Yeah. No, yeah, pick it up that way, the way it goes on the wall. Get your ladder and your stuff ready. The problem is I want to cut a bit off the end here so we can need a tab to rivet that other one to, is what I'm getting at. And then that will make sense in a minute. Oh shit. Sudden death experience. Near death experience. Probably want to peel the plastic if you can. Well, at least where you're going to drill it. And then how are we going to work out where we're riveting it? What if we just rivet this on the sheet joins? See what it looks like. And if it needs more, or is this one going to be one of those where it needs probably needs every second or third one, eh, really? Just looking at it. Can we slide it to me a bit? That'll do, that'll do. And I think we'll go 10 mil up roughly. Hang on, I'll get one in this. Get one in this one. Oh, go on there, you bastard. This is where you need 8 arms.
You need 9 if the tool can't hang off your belt.
Well, that's I mean, the problem now is I don't know how to count. Well, I can't count, but every second one I'd have to go along and do it.
I think if we do the joins,
I think if we do the joins, it's going to hold, you know.
I think if we do the joins, we should, if we lay it so it's not enough, be able to get some sort of pattern.
Well, if we do the joins, one in between is every second one, yeah. So it's still even. So we'll start with the joins. So if you want to hit your nearest join, just push it hard up. So we want it to hold, but we want it to look tidy too. You don't want a million rivets in it if it doesn't need them. Do you want to get robo snips? Well, it'll be too tall, the upstand. What we can do, peel this off. So that's the only flashing left to do on the roof. because I marked it correctly and then I just wasn't looking and I cut past my mark like a moron. So there's quite a bit going on with that cut. So obviously, because we want to finish today, we've run out of rivets, which we've chomped through so many boxes of rivets, it's ridiculous. And I thought we had a couple more boxes in the van, and we don't, is the short version of that. So anyway, that's how that little detail turned out. The other flashing roll in there, that's those sheets finished along the top. Those windows aren't riveted properly. They're sort of just, there's like one in the corners and I've drilled the holes. But that's those windows. You've seen all these. Justin's had a crack at putting a bit under the bottom of the door. One of those C-channel bits you would have seen this morning. Might need a bit of editing. Oh, that's how the top of that window turned out. I think it just looked nicer having that continuous line go all the way through. And then that's our window. That one there needs a thing, riveting back on. Wow. So what we want is our measurement roughly back to the roof. It's how much we've got to leave on square. So it's 50 square, and then we'll come up about 35. That's our start point. So I'm gonna go 55. I'm gonna go 55, but we'll keep the 35. And that the template's been pretty accurate, so I reckon we'll get it within 5mm, and then one more trim up to get it mint. Half of what we do isn't about being experts, it's about bloody taking your time and not rushing. I dare anyone to get that perfect in one cut. Maybe there's people out there that can do it, but it's very unlikely. It's more likely you make your first cut with a view that you're gonna make a second cut, and if you do that, it's gonna be mint. It's gonna be mint. I'll use my Sharpie so I can actually see what we're doing. Choice. morning. This would be day 2 of our final day. So we're here bright and early at 11 AM because we want to get everything done. Jesus Christ. Where are we? So we ran out of rivets yesterday, so we had to leave early. So we're going to attack that door, or rather Justin is, and we might get onto that because I'd really like to take the scaffold back to the hire shop because I'm terrified of what that bill is going to be. I've got some stuff on the roof, and what else? I'm supposed to turn the camera around, aren't I? Hang on, we're like that. Oh, camera around. So we've got some soffit board, which is going to go up under that window. We get that far. There was some downpipes on the trailer as well because we've got plumbing to do. Which, what'd you do with the downpipes? On the roof. Shit, you're efficient. Justin's birthday today. Everyone sing happy birthday?
No.
Big happy birthday?
No, thank you.
No?
No, thank you.
Alright, I'll switch to the body cam, and do some works. The older 4x2.
Like proper 4x2, not 90 by 45.
Does a 90 not fit?
That, between that and the top of those rafter blocks things.
Have we got some old shit?
Might just be one I just pulled out of there.
We can't use what you've just pulled out, surely. Use the new shit. You might have to cut some packers or something.
How much of a prick you reckon that flashing is going to be to get in? All of it.
Yeah.
I mean, can I get in there? I need the door. So this is how we finished up. Tidy, tidy. Roof's nice and clean. Got our spreaders on at the bottom there, so we don't have water pissing up underneath that flashing, which we don't want. That flashing tape is nothing to do with us on the roof. That was there before we started. Yeah, might be a job at a future point, but we are strictly cladding. So yeah, pretty tidy. I've just noticed we're missing a couple of screws in this barge flashing, so I'll grab those while we're here. Yeah. Hold it up.
How do people hold fish?
That's your birthday present, mate. You can take that one home if you want.
That's my fish, mate.
So over here, I'm going to try and make these doors look pretty. And I mean, they're a bit of a nightmare. They're all pretty good looking, but That's what we're trying to do. That one's just sitting there. And the problem we have is we need to attach it because that's just floating. And then I want to be able to silicone that nicely. You'll see the other side. So we can trim that as well. This is what it looks like under the flashing. So this is the existing one. We've not really touched that. What have we done? We've added this, folded it over here, and that's our behind the door one, which holds our facing flashings against the back of the fin. Excuse my crackly voice, I'm dying. We've got our head flashing up top, which is overhanging, so we'll check out around there. And then it is a mess. It is a mess. We'll have it clean up. We've got this one here we've had folded, and that one will sit. It's just going to be a bit of flat colour really, and that's just going to sit up in here along the top of the head flashing. So but yeah, so we've riveted on these little tabs, so we've got something to fix to. I'm just going to clean all the dust, crap and dirt, 30-year-old dirt off this flashing just with a bit of acetone, just so when we fix that on, we can seal it up and it will stick all nice. So that's the plan. camera the right way around, this is our finished door. That's our top piece. Head flashing all sealed up. That's our silicone work after it's been tooled. That cut was a pain to match. Doors sealed up there. This framing had a bit of a twist to it, so we've had to pull the corner of the door out there, which is why there's a bit more of a thing to seal. Otherwise what happens is they don't sit flush here and at the bottom because the frame twisted that way. So that's us up in there, just in case you're wondering why the silicone's wider than in other spots. And then young Justin, Chert, we're getting on with this one. So that side's on, just needs a seal.
Yep.
I've got a couple of old holes in my old flashing, so I might chip some rivets in. And that'll get screwed down, but that's our, well, it's just matching the other side. You've seen the old piece that was on here. It was sort of in two bits, and it linked onto that roof, and it was leaking like buggery, so we're not having that anymore. And I think this is us. I know you're bored of walking around this house every video, but there's one spot just up there underneath the flashing. You can see a green batten, so you've got to get a bit of sheet under there. And then that's the vent pipe for the sewer, so we're going to have to lift some of this concrete and just move that pipe out underground, and then we can reattach that pipe. So our vent's on, and then that's pretty much it. Have a big tidy up. I might stop for lunch now, but yeah, we're pretty much there.